6 and 1. 7, see you later. 6 at the point. There it is. 4 and deuce. 10.
Hey, cornuto! Who does he think he is, huh? Hey, Jadru, let's go! Oh!
Sandy, let's go.
Right with. How could you kiss her after what you done to her? Come on already. What is it with you?
He'll be right back. He's gonna get some sausages.
Bye, Sandy.
Hey, Red, did he pay you?
Bye,
The Irish, they don't pay.
There's a pound for you, sweetheart. How are you, boys?
Hey, you give me a big build-up. Was she asking about me?
Ready to do some honest deed?
Why not?
All right. Let's go.
Beauty.
Jesus Christ. Put it over there.
Sorry, Tone.
Sandy, over here. Gus, over there. Move it out toward me.
What do you want me to do, Tom?
Nothing. Swing it toward me. Now tip it on its back. Vinny, put your ass there.
Come on. Where?
Where's my finger?
Here.
Put your ass there.
Come on. What do you want?
Breaks it.
Hey,
Get out of here. Vinny, downstairs. Get me the crowbar. Vinny, did you get downstairs and heat up the car? What did you get me in this bag? 2 small punches.
Tony, I think I found a cash box here. Ah! I'm going.
Get the price.
More flights, Fred. Second floor. No, it's the third. Oh, no.
That's it.
We're surrounded. Rain shit. Let's get the hell out of here. Careful there, that door. Oh! Cover that corridor. I say that corridor.
Sandy, where the hell are you going?
This way, Gussie. Down the chute. Oh, shit.
Move down the end frame. Be careful, Dave.
In there.
You gotta accentuate the positive eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
You got this spread, John.
Up to the maximum.
Spring blue
Down.
under the midnight.
traveled from sea
To illustrate
well illustrate
my last remark,
got the floor
Jonah.
Jonah in the whale no
Pino! If you see my old lady, tell her I'll be late for dinner. Tony?
I got you all the back issues, Tony.
Who was that, Captain Marvel, Jr.?
Yeah, it's Captain Marvel's kid.
Captain Marvel, he never had no kid.
Sure he did, with Lois Lane.
Lois Lane? Lois Lane is Superman's girlfriend. She didn't even know Captain Marvel.
You know, but while you was in the can, she dumped Superman. She started shacking up with Captain Marvel.
You know the trouble with you? You don't read the comic books. You just look at the pictures.
While you was away, I stuck up a bakery in Salem.
What'd you get?
$1.75 and 4 months in a can.
Remember me?
How you doing?
Hey, can't kick.
I'm Joe McGinnis. I own the bar across the street.
I heard about you.
Chippy Rubin says he knows you from Deer Island.
Yeah, we was both partners with Johnny Shoehead. You seen John recently?
No.
Completely bald.
You know Walter from over in Chelsea?
Walter who?
Yeah, Walter who?
He's a decent fella.
Being as though we're neighbors, I thought maybe we ought to talk.
How about a coffee?
How about a radio?
Console model?
Yeah, that's what the wife wants. The console model.
Downstairs. This one? Or this one?
How much?
$40. Take your pick.
Well, that's more than I want to pay at this particular time.
40's the price.
Who are you?
It's my brother-in-law, Vinny Costa.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Watch the front. Move. The girl's alone. Joe, you need some underwear?
Maybe later. I was thinking you and I ought to do something. My specialty is planning jobs that other guys pull while I sit at home and watch the money come in. You got talent as a spotter, and I'm the best planner in the country.
I think I got something for you, Joe. Here, take this for you, Joe. Be my guest.
You got a generous heart, Tony.
What did you have in mind, Joe?
A partnership.
Partnership. Well, I tell you, Joe, I'm not doing too bad right now. You know, I got a nice crew. They're all friends of mine. The hours are good. I don't need much.
I've been in on some of the biggest jobs in New England in the last 10 years. I've never done a day in the can. I've never left my own saloon. Think about it.
No sale, Joe.
Don't move. Don't turn around. Now I want an order to go. Walk up to that register. Now put the cash on the counter. Now move. Okay, Hope, is this all the cash?
Yeah.
You lying bastard.
Sandy, you son of a bitch. You almost give me a heart attack.
Did you miss me, Tony?
You damn near killed me, you son of a son.
Oh, I love you, Tony.
What the hell are you wearing?
How do you like it? I've been doing time for my country.
Yeah, how many Japs you killed?
I never saw a Jap in my life, but I was torpedoed twice.
So where's your medals?
Medals. They give me a dry uniform, stuck me back on a ship to be torpedoed again. It's like I always told you, Tony. I've been put on this earth to be double-crossed.
All right, so here's the question before the board. Are you ready to do some honest thieving?
I'm halfway to a 48-hour liberty. I didn't even get drunk yet.
So take a couple of hours. We'll grab a peep.
And where am I going to spend the money? The Navy brig at Portsmouth? I got 90 days left, Tony. Let me finish it up. I get out, we hook up together again, like the old days.
I got no boys. I got no fellas. I can't move. I'm stuck here pushing kidney pies.
There's a guy up here. I was overseas with him. He's a hell of a piece of work. His name's Jazz Maffey. We pulled a couple of scores together while we were away.
I'm not looking for newcomers. Who is he?
Jazz Maffey, he's a bookmaker. He steps out, he likes the excitement.
I can't see Robert with no bookmaker. Where's he live?
Who is it?
Tony.
Tony who?
Tony Pino. Are you Jazz Maffey?
Hiya, how are you? Come on in. Have a drink.
I don't drink, but I'll have a drink anyway.
Good, what'll it be?
You got any Chianti?
Nah, I don't keep that cheap stuff in the house.
Why then forget it. I'm better off without it. A friend of mine asked me to take a look at you.
Oh, what friend would that be?
Sandy.
Sandy? Yeah, well, Sandy's a good guy. How is Sandy?
He wanted me to ask you if you wanted some work.
What sort of work would that be?
Sandy didn't tell you?
Not that I remember. Where'd you get that tie?
Well, they're handmade.
Do me a favor. Next time you're in the North End, boost a couple for me. I like to give them away to my help.
Listen, mister, I didn't come here to talk about clothes. I take peeps. I'm the best goddamn peep man that there ever was, and I don't need nobody along who don't know that.
Well, I guess then you don't need me along then, do you?
Jesus Christ, fella. You're giving me a lot of heartache.
Well, why don't you have a drink?
I don't want a goddamn drink. I want to know if you're any good and if you want to come along.
Well, you're not going to know that until I actually do come along now, are you?
Ain't you going to finish dinner?
I don't think so, Mommy. I can't eat. I'm too nervous before I go to work.
You got all your stuff?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Where's your screwdriver?
I got it. Where the hell is it? Oh,
How about your gloves?
I got it.
Here, you take this in case you get hungry later. Okay?
Take it easy.
Wait a minute. Why didn't we all just drive here together?
Because I'm the boss and we do things my way. Listen, mister, you better start showing some respect around here. Just be a good fella. Be a good fella now. Madonna. Be there, baby.
Right! Outside! This is my score, Tony! Outside! Move! Move! Horse's egg! My score, Tony Red! Get outside! Outside!
Come on. It's right around the corner. We got this thing licked. It's a piece of cake. We'll be out of here in no time. Son of a bitch. This beat is brand new. Did he that horse's ass? He said that this was an old Mosler.
Well, then I'm gonna go watch that hall.
What for?
If you're gonna peel, it's gonna take a long time.
Who says I'm gonna pee? Who says I ain't gonna blow it?
Pino, the way you've been swinging that bag around, I know you're not carrying nitro.
Well, there ain't no way to peel this pea, 'cause it's made out of that new wartime metal.
Pino, I ain't got all night. Let's take her with us.
Sure. I'll stick it in my back pocket. It only weighs a ton. You're going full out for a hernia, mister.
No, Tony, I don't want to say anything in front of the new guy, Tony, but I mean, we gotta have a few things straight between us, you understand? I mean, this is my score, right? I gotta have some respect. What am I, a twig to be bent? You know, while you was in the joint, you know, a lot of guys would have cleaned you out.
$13.
You guys can keep my share.
No.
You dumb son of a bitch! I swear to God, I tell you,
Come on, leave me alone. I didn't know, all right?
Sai, non anda cinque. Sai, metto 95 soldi.
Troppo assai, troppo assai. What do you
Una maglia?
Huh?
No, io tutta cheap.
What do you got in that hat?
Let me have 5,000. What about the letters? What do you got going?
Two heads of a cooler.
Huh?
Two heads of a cooler.
2 heads of them. Let me have a head.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Well, my partner and I, we've been making some very big investments in this neighborhood, and we was very impressed with the way you people been fixing things up. What I mean is the kind of work that you do makes the price of buildings go up, and that helps us on our end. So we figured this outfit was a good cause, and we want to make a donation.
Why, how very nice. It's so unusual for someone to come in person with their donation. Most of our assistance comes through the mail.
Really? Yeah, well, we was just happening in the neighborhood, and we was checking on some of our real estate properties.
How much shall I put you down for?
I'll do, man.
You could put us down for 50 cents.
Well, you better make it $1. 50 cents each.
What'd I tell you, Tom? This one is chocolate cake. There's no way it can miss. When you saw the Pete, it was sitting there wide open. There's got to be at least $2 grand in there being held every day.
$2 grand? A couple of old ladies playing with quarters and dimes. You ain't playing with a full deck, Struns. $2 grand.
Tony, you saw those old dames. We could go in there with cap pistols.
Not me. I bar going in on the heavy. I'm not going to scare one of them little old ladies. What if she drops dead of a heart attack? Do you want to be responsible for killing one of them little old ladies?
No.
Mother of God.
Hey, you got a card there, Mr.
Lacey.
Lacey? Yeah, will you stay close by me?
There you go.
Why don't you go up and wait in the office, huh?
I'll do.
Get the key to 706.
Should be there.
They're not here.
Why aren't you looking back? I don't know, maybe it's over maintenance.
I got him.
Dave, your A&P payroll's over here.
Christ's sakes, they got no consideration at all up there. Oh, my goddamn break.
Want lunch?
Jesus Christ, is it that late?
Yeah, it's 12:30.
It is.
Bye, I didn't know what the hell time it was.
Lacey? I'm Hank Wright, my vice president of Brinks.
Well, what's this about a free offer?
Well, sir, what I want to do is, I got something here that I want to show you, if you don't mind. I got a little time. You see, I'm from the Globe Spark Club Company. We're top of the line outfit, just like Brinks. And here's what I have in mind. I want to give you some samples, some new spark plugs, and a set of these Duralife fan belts for all of your trucks.
These are free samples.
Only if you like them. Start you off with $100 worth of free supplies. Give them to you for over a year. You got to do one thing. You got to let us use the Brinks name in our advertising.
Well, Mr. Lacey, afraid you can't go along with that.
I'm talking about Life Magazine and Saturday Evening Post.
Mr. Lacey, Brinks is a very prestigious firm. We've never lent our name to any advertising. We don't even advertise ourselves.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and to be frank with you, I don't have an answer. All right, let me do this for you. Just so it wasn't a waste of time, let me pick out a free selection of samples, and you use them, and if you like them, and if you can remember that I got 10 kids to feed, maybe you give me a call and make an offer. Is that fair enough?
Well, that sounds reasonable. I'll tell you what, you just leave your stuff here, and I'll have our service manager take a look at it when he comes back from lunch. Thanks very much for coming by.
I enjoyed it.
They could have some electrical system that'll fry you when you touch the door.
I was in the joint. I seen what they got. They got nothing. They got cheap locks and 75-watt bulbs.
What if they got radar?
Oh, I'm telling you, they got nothing. What's radar? Getting go for coffee. They're right on schedule.
Isn't it a great country?
You glad your father caught the boat?
That's 100 grand, give or take a few bucks.
Right.
I'll give you 20 cents on the dollar.
How much?
What?
That's it. We're out of here. Pack it up. Let's go.
You take a stand on that attitude, Tony, and nobody's going to deal with you. There isn't a fence in New England would touch that garbage.
I'll take 30. Any of you guys take 30?
I'd buy it myself for 35.
Not me.
You got it for 33. What in the hell is he laughing at? We work goddamn hard for that money. Can't give it away for nothing.
Hell no.
All right, come here. I don't want to argue with you. Today is my grandson's christening. I'll give you 22.
I can get 50 from the Pari Mutual guy at Narragansett.
Why don't you?
It's winter. The track's closed.
Why don't wait till spring?
Hey, we don't need this bullshit, Tony. Let's get the hell out
Will
of
you
here.
kindly not use that language in my home?
Take it or leave it.
Take what?
Not 22.
Not 33.
I'm telling you, we were put here to be double-crossed.
You know, for 10 years, I worked with Jimmy Sincere. I never got less than 35 cents on a dollar, and I made him rich.
We all know what happened to Jimmy Sincere, God rest him, but you're dealing with me now. 23, and that's final.
Make it a quarter.
Not a hope.
Oh. Oh, Poppy.
You like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh.
Now, that's 100% muskrat. You could see it. It says it right there on the label.
You know, Poppy, this is the first thing you ever give me that was gift wrapped.
I ain't gonna tell you what I paid for, because it's a present that ain't right. But here's the receipt. Just in case somebody asks where you got it. I'm through with them trucks, Mom. Chump change. I figure if I can hit them people for nickels and dimes, I ought to be able to take their beat.
People have been talking about that for years, Poppy. That might be too tough for you.
Why do you think they never reported what we read?
Only thing I can figure is they don't want no headlines. I mean, who's gonna want to put their money in a place where you can take 100 grand off them just like that?
That's right. They got a reputation to cover. And it's their reputation that's going to take them down.
Yeah, but trucks are one thing. The Pete's got to be guarded like the King of England.
Mommy, buildings is like people. I mean, they got stories and they got secrets to tell you. All you got to do is look. Some buildings got smart faces. You know what I mean? I mean, they're alert. And they're staring right back at you and they're saying, I dare you to come in and grab me. And there's other buildings that are dumb, like the Brinks. I mean, when I was a kid, I thought to myself, if I'll ever work in a place like that, I'd cut my throat. I mean, them people are bored. They're dead. They don't know it yet. They got all that dough in there, and they treat it like it was garbage. They got no feeling for their work. The building is asleep, and all that money is in there, and it's being held prisoner. And it's screaming at me through the walls. It's yelling, hey, Tony, come in and grab me. Get me out of here. Well, I'm going in, and I'm going to get it out.
To Brinks, Poppy.
The Brinks. All right, let's call that big window 1. Driver's locker room. Window 2 and window 3 counting rooms. Window 4, that's where my baby is. All right, at 7:45, they start coming to work. $7 o'clock, they're all out of there. Except for those four-walled guards. No alarm? I don't forget. Holy shit. There's no way to fit this bitch. What the? $51 balls. Cheap bastards. These hacks ain't like the sleeping drugs. Gotta watch out for that. Now I know where I am. Right. Through here, this is the counting room. Right through there, through that door is the peak. No lock on this door, nothing. Son of a bitch. What's that? A little window? I get through here. Come on. Jesus, I can't get through here. 30 bastards. Son of a bitch. It's open. Better feel around here. They must have some tripwires on the floor. Nothing. Look at this. You cheap sons of bitches. A 10-cent stop alarm. Come here, baby. I love you. This joint's mine. I own this joint. It is, moreover, the supreme headquarters of a privately owned armored force that operates throughout the United States and Canada. Behind its 27-inch walls are iron-barred vaults and arsenals of machine guns, carbines, and assorted small arms. What a load of shit.
Back again, Pino?
What's going on?
New England Mutual get hit last night.
How much they get?
200,000. The whole payroll.
No kidding. So what do you want with these bums?
Routine roundup to keep you people happy.
Of course, that wasn't no surprise to me. The goddamn flyboys jumped in and grabbed up all the credit. But let me tell you something. There wouldn't have been any landing craft on Normandy Beach if it hadn't been for me and my boys down there in 10 fathoms of water, freezing our asses off, trying to blow up them goddamn concrete obstructions the Krauts left behind. Hey, Sir Winston Churchill shook this hand. You know what he said? Now, I can't do no Cockney accent. But he said you guys did a jolly good job. If it wasn't for the UDT, there wouldn't have been no fucking D-Day.
What's UDT?
Underwater Demolition Team. That's my outfit. I put that whole thing together. Say, you got a cigarette, Gus?
So what are you doing now?
Specky's the best Pete man I ever worked with, except for you.
They got Pete's. I don't know if you've seen them. Fancy new metals. You can't burn them.
Wow. Hell, the thickest Pete in the world's got maybe 4 inches of plate on it, say 5. But you know, a German Panther tank, it's got 12 inches of carbon steel. I mean, that's German steel. That's the finest there is. For Christ's sakes, I was putting armor-piercing shells through that crap like you'd stick your finger through a loaf of Wonder Bread. Ordnance, that's my game. Big stuff, you know. Cannons, rockets, delayed charges, crap like that.
He got decorated.
Yeah, well, I was evil. I don't want to talk about that now.
You in the checkered jacket, front and center.
That's him. That's the guy.
You're a goddamn liar, mister. Just because I'm wearing a check coat and two-tone shoes? Why, your identification's a piece of shit. You want to know why? Because the man was wearing a mask. I'm doing you guys a favor to show up here, for Christ's sakes. I'm an ex-paratrooper.
Just give your name.
Joe. My friends call me Joe.
Your name is James Joseph O'Keefe. Your street name is Specs.
Well, that's real good. You just keep reading it off. I'll tell you when you're wrong.
All right. Smiley, the clown next to him. You know who I'm talking about. You come out here. Come on. Come on, front and center. What the hell do they call you? Come on. What's your father's name?
We call him Dad.
Your name's Stanley Gashorta. Your street name is Gus. What's your excuse for the New England State Mutual job?
I told you I was out of town and I got a witness to that effect.
Where's your witness?
Right here. We was both out of town.
Where the hell is my big stove? I've been sitting here for 45 minutes. What the hell is going on?
What's going on? Christ's sakes, where's this beef stew coming from, China?
Why the hell did you go and hire a cook from the Salvation Army?
What the hell's the matter with you?
Mother of God.
Hey, what are you gonna do to get a beef stew here?
All right, I hear you.
What's going on?
Get a move on, will you? What the hell's the matter?
Have a drink. Yeah.
I'm up!
What about them guards? They all carry pistols?
Guards? They ain't guards. No, they're just drivers from the trucks coming off duty. Oh, there's my boy. Look at him. Mr. America, 1920.
They hang around for the night shift, huh?
There ain't no night shift. Mr. Brinks, he don't believe in paying night rates. Come 7:15, this joint is empty.
They just lock it up and go home.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, look, he dropped the money. Leave it there. I'll get it in the morning.
How much you figures in that, Pete?
Conservatively speaking, 200-300 grand.
Tony, ain't that the stork?
Stork?
Yeah, see, he walks like one of them big-ass birds. It's so funny.
Well, he looks like he's over 90 years old to me. They all look like a bunch of antiques in there. I don't think they could defend a toy factory.
After 7 o'clock, everybody goes home. Except them 4 guys.
Who's that?
Heavy-set guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guard from the rotunda.
He ain't wearing a gun.
He never wears a gun, this guy. Now he's gonna get the sports page.
How do you know that?
He does it every night. He comes in, he gets the sports page, he goes into the head for an hour. I call him the long crapper. It's the same routine every night, boys. Never changes. 7:15, they close that safe and they're out of there. So it's never opened after 7:15.
Jesus, as cold as a morgue. You ever check this place for infrared detectors?
What's that?
It's a bug. It works off a temperature differential. Keep the place cold so a man's body heat will set it off.
Yeah, well, this place is cold because Brinks is too goddamn cheap to pay for the heat. From here on in, you gotta crawl. Dog fashion. Like John Wayne in the Sands of Iwo Jima.
What the hell are you talking about?
In case of sneaky pictures. Come on, move.
Me too?
No, you're special. Get down on your ass. Move. Come on. Come on, boys, move. All right, over the wire and we're in. Tough to get in here, huh, boys? Watch it.
I don't know if I can do this thing.
Walk in the park.
I don't know if I can do this.
Come on, Vinny.
Make like a gazelle.
Come on. There's a bag of oats in it for you. It's through. The door is locked.
So?
We don't lock nothing around here. Might discourage thieving. Be careful of the stomp alarm. Don't want to wake nobody up. Oh, Henry Brick made some overtime this week. 2 hours.
He could use the overtime, huh, Tony? He's got a couple of kids, don't he?
That sign means there's a wire from this Pete right over to the ADT switchboard.
I found this laying in the corner.
Where'd you get this?
It was on the wall in the corner.
Mother of God, these are the biggest payrolls in the state. General, Jesus, 800 grand a week. How much? Look at this, me, you get your left razor. $470,000 a week.
Let me see that. See that, Tom?
Take
Let me
it
see.
easy.
I found the thing, didn't I?
Fall River Shipyard's 168,000. Necco Candy, 87,000.
All contents, Tuesday the 6th.
Tell us who's got today? What's in there?
You know there's $4 million there right now?
Who would ever dream they kept that kind of dough in there?
Nobody would, except me and my brother-in-law, Tony Pino, the greatest thief who ever lived.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I right?
That's it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What we got here is a trajectory to this point.
Now, from an ordnance position on the roof of that apartment building, we got an A and B prime target area here. The head of the shell, after piercing this outer plate, will melt the bell crank and free these, the lugs. Now, then one guy's going to jump through the hole and jerk out the lugs with a pipe wrench. Additionally, we'll have two guys in the room wearing protective asbestos suits, mind you, during impact, just in case the secondary explosion sets fire to the contents of the vault. Now, as far as getting the weapon up on that roof over there, I've dealt with that problem without using any winches.
Hold it just a minute. You want to fire a cannon off the roof of that building?
No, it ain't a cannon. It's an M91A anti-tank gun. It's a bazooka.
A bazooka?
Yeah.
Where you gonna get one of them things, a bazooka?
Well, for Christ's sakes, every army in the States got one. We'll boost it.
You ever heard the sound one of them things makes?
Hey, I was an Omaha Beach fella. I heard every goddamn gun they make. Howitzers, 44s, you name it.
Hey, wait a minute, mister. Just a second. You want to blast that Pete with a cannon? You gotta have a hole in your marble bag. What about the bug?
That involves a separate offensive, synchronized with the impact of the shell. At that exact instant, a squad of 7 men is going to raid the ADT headquarters with machine guns. Now, a couple of grenades will take out the switch panel, and the cops won't get no alarms. Now, of course, we might have to kill a few of the ADT employees, but I don't see no way around that, do you? You got a match?
The guy is Looney Tunes, and he ain't got the full dollar.
Maybe it was the war. I've seen a lot of guys get crazy over there. They call it battle fatigue.
So what are we gonna do with him?
You gotta come with us. We got no choice.
Well, we better chain him up. We don't chain him up, he's liable to hurt himself. Chain him in the cellar.
You know, Tony, if we could just cut that ADT wire. I mean, that bazooka idea he had with the armor-piercing shell, it makes a lot of sense. I was noticing myself on the roof that it could work. Some of the guys' ideas could really make a lot of sense. They got possibilities.
Heat up the stool like I taught you.
On the heavy, Tony. There ain't no other way.
Whatever you guys want. What do you say, Joe?
How you doing?
You picked a freezing cold day to wash your car.
Yeah. I wash it every Sunday.
You know, the kid down at Frank Siccone's, he does it for 2 bits.
Yeah, well, it ain't like I'm too cheap to spend the 2 bits. But that punk, he bent the aerial. Got water on the brakes.
36. How many miles you got on it?
60,000. She runs like new. Them post-war cars is all junk. Go on inside. I'll buy you a drink.
Now, the last time we talked, Joe, you said that you might be able to move some cash.
That's right.
How much you think you could handle?
How much you bringing in?
Very large.
Brinks?
Jesus Christ, Joe, you almost give me a heart attack.
Tony, Boston's a small town. It's my business to know. Frankly, no one thinks you'll pull it off.
Who's no one?
Everyone. The joint's a fortress.
Let me tell you something. I spent more time in that joint than the people that work there.
Why didn't you bring me the money from the trucks?
I got $0.25 on $1 from Mutt Murphy.
You got 23 cents. He took you apart.
My ass, he offered me 20. The stuff is hotter than a firecracker. I get him up to 23.
You know where that money went?
Yeah, I understand he's got some kind of connection in Cuba.
Cuba? His connection was a third-rate hustler named Shelley Biederman with the Jew mob in Philly. They gave him 60 cents on $1.
60? Bullshit. That's 3 times what he give us.
He screwed you and they screwed him. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because he's a dumb, moon-faced Mick who got rich stealing hot tires and hubcaps. That's why. He thinks 60 on the dollar for that kind of dough is good. You bought him platinum, Tony. He gave you a horse. The Brinks dough is the best there is. I'd have given you 80 cents on a dollar.
Come on, Joe. Don't bullshit me.
And you kick for every dollar that comes in. That's my offer on the North End job. I got one condition.
What's the condition?
I want in from the get-go.
Shit, Joe, that's the one thing I can't do. I give my word. We got beat out of what we took off them trucks because we didn't have nobody reliable making change. Joe McGinnis has got the best connections in the state. And if he handles the count, we get 80 cents on the dollar.
We don't need no more guys, Pino.
Oh, what the hell do you know about it? You're in my ballpark now. You got a big score, you got to work big-handed.
Oh, for the love of Christ, Anthony, the guy's a blood-sucking leech and a scavenger. Everything he gets near, he sucks up dry and then takes it, screws it up.
Where you gonna get the guns? Did you ever think of that? Joe McGinnis, he got a connection for guns.
Well, what are we, a bunch of crippled welfarers? Let me ask you something. Did you tell him about this?
I didn't tell him nothing, mister. I just want to know how you feel.
The guy's a bad omen, Tony.
You don't know what you're talking about. Joe McGinnis is a stand-up guy and a connected guy in this town. He got businesses all over the state, worth millions.
Well, I vote no.
Never went against you, Tony. I vote the same way.
You're voting against 80 cents on the dollar?
You rotten bastard. You told him about this, didn't you, you lying son of a bitch?
Hey, let's get something straight. Your vote and your vote don't add up to my vote. There's a right way, a wrong way, and my way. And on this score, we're going my way. And if you don't like it, all three of you, take a walk. Come on in, Joe. You all know Joe McGinnis? Joe? Sandy Richardson? Gus Kashora? Jazz Maffey? Specky O'Keefe? And you met my brother-in-law, Vinnie Costa. All right, let's go over it again. Does that thing work? Yeah. Come on, turn it on. If there's three guys in here, what do you do?
What do you mean?
If there are three guys in the vault, do you give a signal?
I wait till all four of them guys is in the vault.
much time we got?
Four minutes.
What? Oh, no. Oh, my God.
We should have never put him up there.
He ain't gonna signal until everything is right. You understand?
Come on. Take him home.
We're on.
What the hell is the matter?
What the hell's the matter? Goddamn thing won't open. In 2 minutes, they're gonna close the pit. Shit.
Get out. Jesus. Somebody put a padlock there.
It's a bad omen, Tony.
It's not locked. I think I can knock it off.
You got your screwdriver?
No, but... I know I caught it. You got one?
No.
Anybody got one?
Screwdriver? Let's get out of here. Let's come back Friday. How much time we got? Got less than a minute. This is a serious miscalculation.
I'm gonna pee in my pants any minute, I know it.
Right on the money.
On the money.
All right, boys, get him in the air.
Come on, get him up. Now get over here and open this thing.
Put him in the air and do what you're told. No one will get hurt. Now get over there and open that gate.
On the floor. Put your head up. was that?
What the hell?
What is it?
Alarm!
Christ. One of these bastards tripped the alarm.
What the hell is it?
What the hell is that, huh?
Christ, let's get out of here! Tell us what it is. Tell us what it is!
Someone's trying to get in.
Get over there and show me.
It's a button outside the door.
Get him up.
Tell us
You-
what it is or I'll blow your
Open
head
up.
off.
What do we got here?
How do I let him in?
Right outside here. Push the button.
It's the long crapper.
What's he doing?
He's reading the newspaper. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Okay, ready, let's go.
All right, start moving, pal. Get on that floor. Come on.
Come on.
We did it! We did it, Tony! We did it, bless him and Madonna, we did it!
Come on, Tony. You can make it.
Tried the bell? Let me give it a try. Get some men over here. About 3 or 4 men over here. And hold those people back.
Say anything, they say get down on the floor and blow your brains out. How many were there? I don't know how many were there. Might have been 5, 6, 7.
What did they get?
$4 million.
Get these reporters away from that money. Get the cops away from them, too.
Told us to get down on the floor. When we get down on the floor, they pulled out rope. They tied our hands behind our back.
Where'd the back come from?
Who
opened the door? I see they dropped the door to the grill.
men were there? Did they have guns?
I don't know.
5 or 6 of them. I couldn't.
Well, then look, no, I don't.
Okay, get him out. Get him out of those cars. Get him over here.
Get your hands off my body! I don't have to, but you can.
Hold it. What are you hollering at me for?
Cops at Sea. Let's go to press. Flash, Boston. The final figures are now in on the spectacular Brinks robbery. Over $2 million taken by gunmen in a commando-style raid, making it the crime of the century. My sources in the FBI report evidence indicating an inside job, with possible links to organized crime and communist subversives.
That's it, I can't count no more.
What do you mean you can't count?
Just what I said. I'm tired and I'm nervous. Besides, I never was any good at figures.
Did you cut out them government checks so we can burn them?
Shit, I forgot all about them.
Well, how far did you get?
I got two different figures here. I don't know which one is right.
All right, beat it. I'll finish it myself. All right, get the hell out of here.
Lighten up, skinhead. We're filthy rich. We're crawling it. We could spend the rest of our lives counting that dough.
Yeah, you can spend the rest of your life in jail if you're not careful.
Yeah, how would you like to hold one of these for a week, hump?
I ain't gonna smell like a meatball no more. We're out of that dump for good.
No more Dinah. What's Tony gonna say?
Hey, listen. There's something you gotta remember, Gladys. This Brinks thing was my idea. That's right, I put Tony into it. Now, Tony's a regular genius. I ain't taking nothing away from him, honey. But everything I done for you. And Tony's gonna have to respect that.
For me?
Who else?
You're such a smart guy, Vincent.
All right.
Didn't I always tell you what a smart guy you was?
Yeah. I'll hold the bag. You throw the last gun in.
Oh, I can't throw for Vince,
Come on,
Vinny.
try your luck. Come on, honey. Come on. There you go. All right.
Oh, it didn't go in.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It'll sink.
I'll
Don't
go
worry.
get it.
No, you get your feet all muddy. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
got my fingerprints all over it.
You ain't got a record. What are you worried about?
Just what exactly does the statute say?
Well, Mr. Director, it seems the Bureau has no real jurisdiction. No federal money was involved as far as we can tell.
How about the Coast Guard, National Parks, Forest Service,
One
anything?
bag apparently contained checks from the Veterans Administration.
That should bring us in.
Well, the statute requires that the theft be of cash, not less than $100 in order to come under our jurisdiction.
For Christ's sake, less than $100 in cash, and let's get on with it.
Yes, sir.
There's special reasons beyond the obvious for wanting this case. This robbery could be the missing link between the Communist Party and organized crime.
Our best information out of Boston is that it was local boys. They've got 20 or 30 good leads.
Oh, what the hell are those Keystone cops up there? No. I don't need to tell you men how many subversive activities this kind of money could finance. Now, gentlemen, I want the Bureau not only involved in this case, I want it in charge.
Mr. Director, our Boston office really isn't staffed to handle anything this extensive.
Get up there and staff it. Put a dozen men in. I don't care what it costs. This could be the most dangerous conspiracy that's ever threatened this nation.
That's it. Oh, you okay? I think I'm slipping.
All right. Now remember, this is a present. Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To her. Happy birthday, Mommy.
Happy birthday, sis.
What's this?
It's for your birthday. You like it?
My birthday's not till next week.
Well, we got a little early.
Where'd you get it?
We bought it. Here. Here's the receipt. Come on, Eva, take it in. There.
How'd you get me a radio?
What do you mean?
I mean, this receipt is from a radio company. They don't sell no refrigerators at the Brookline Electronics Company.
Sure they do. When's the last time you were there?
You never bought this. You boosted it. I bet there's some guy's dinner in it.
Yeah, but I was gonna buy it. But I never had a chance. And the goddamn thing just walked into the car. And it had your name on it. And it kept on yelling, take me home to Mary.
Well, you picked a hell of a time to go out boosting. You know, you ought to be taking care of important business.
Yeah, well, we've done all that. I got rid of the guns myself.
You let him get rid of the guns?
Hey, wait a minute, missus. Tony and me as partners. We don't like no wives.
Partners?
Yeah, we don't want no wives butting in.
All right, hey, Strunz. Come on, keep your mouth shut, show some respect around here.
What about the uniforms? What about the masks?
It's all done. Specky and Gus, they took care of that last night.
What about the money, Tony? Why aren't you down keeping an eye on Joe?
I got Sandy on that. Mommy, I got everything running like clockwork.
Perfect. Tony. Hey, Jeff! Hey, Jeff! Bring them all in, every one of them. Bring them all in.
In cooperation with local law enforcement agencies, the FBI begins the largest criminal roundup in history. In an effort to find the men responsible for the spectacular Brinks holdup, no stone will be left unturned as G-Men trace leads to known criminals and subversives.
Where were you born, Pino?
Salerno.
It says here Palermo.
Oh, right, yeah. I always get those two mixed up.
Well, you better get them straight, because if you don't start cooperating, you're going back.
Geez, I thought I was cooperating, fella. As a matter of fact, I got a theory why those guys were wearing Navy peacoats.
What's the theory?
Well, my idea is they got away on a submarine. You see, on a submarine, you would look suspicious in civilian clothes. Now, I don't know a lot about subs, but I would say search the seas. Could be a foreigner. I just tell you this because it's my patriotic duty, but if I'm right, I want the 100 grand reward.
All right, let's get this monkey out of here.
Come on, get out of here. Any of you fellas in the market for a shirt? You look good in brown.
It's a lovely town.
Ain't it? I spent a week here one night.
What do you think?
It's a beauty.
Where the hell are we? Go on to Pennsylvania, kid.
How far is Pittsburgh?
About 100 miles. What do you got down there in Pittsburgh? Huh? You got a
Sugar donut down there, huh?
What do you see?
Oh, yeah? She got a sister?
A roommate with legs up to her eyeballs.
Well, let's get the hell down there. What do you say?
Violation of the Uniform Firearms Act, to which you have pleaded guilty, I sentence you, James Joseph O'Keefe, to 3 years at the Bradford County Jail and a fine of $3,000.
Your Honor, there ain't no precedent for that kind of sentence on a violation of the Uniform Firearms Act. The maximum ever given was 18 months in the case of Rasmussen versus Pennsylvania.
Then we will make legal history and set a new precedent in the case of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus O'Keefe. Stanley Kashura, a jury of your peers has found you guilty of 2 counts of burglary, possession of stolen goods, and resisting arrest. And in restitution for these crimes, I order you to be sent to the Western Pennsylvania State Penitentiary at Pittsburgh, where you will serve 20 years.
Your Honor, I can't do no 20 years.
Well, do as much as you can, son.
You gotta look at it this way. They got themselves pinched because they're assholes. And it ain't our fault.
Yeah, right. But we can't let them sink. We gotta do the right thing here, Joe. And I can't handle it out of my own pocket no more.
There ain't nothing we can do.
Well, we gotta do something. I mean, Gus's lawyer, he needs 10 grand for the appeal. And Specky, he needs about 6 for his sister's doctor.
She's got some kind of cancer, Joe. She's maybe gonna kick you.
She ain't got no cancer. She's a rummy scumbag. I bought her $2 grand personally. She boosted up. Now I wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire. Look, we can't spend another dime in that school until the statute is up. And this whole problem comes about from you bringing in 2 guys too many.
Hey, wait a minute. You're sitting on $1.5 million because of me.
You know damn well some of them bags was filled with new bills and checks. I personally had to flush 50 grand down the toilet.
50 grand? That's not your dough. Where do you come off flushing 50 grand down the toilet?
Look, there was new bills with consecutive serial numbers. They was worthless. It broke my heart. What can I do?
How do I know that? How do I know why you flushed down the toilet?
Listen, Tony.
I can't believe it. 50 G's? You're pulling my teeth.
Look, I'm holding that dough because you wanted it that way. And frankly, I'm shocked at your attitude, man.
Hey, Mick, where the hell are you going? God damn it! I want that dough! And I want it right now!
You ain't getting no dough. There's no dough.
Here!
Renegade?
How are you, Becky?
You're looking okay.
There's these 2 doctors at John Hopkins Hospital. They got this new kind of treatment. And the hell's that magazine?
Yeah. I brought you the book you wanted. And I brought you a carton of cigarettes, but they'll only let me give you 2 packs.
Yeah. What's this long article about leukemia? I want you to read it. Damn, Leroy must have took me in the shower. Anyhow, I want you to get my sister and John Hopkins, and I want you to get her in there right now.
Joe give her $2 grand. Did she tell you?
Oh, he didn't give her a dog squeeze, for Christ's sakes. She's in a charity ward in Massachusetts General.
All right. I'll go see her.
I want you to read that article, damn it. Leroy, what'd you do with my proper science?
I ain't see it, Specky.
Yeah, the damn Leroy. He took it, I know. You know, see, I tell you, man, I mean, they just steal everything from you around here, all these guys. For Christ's sakes.
Specky.
What?
Just 9 months more, and we're all in the clear.
Hey, how'd you like to ride down here?
Well, it was all right.
Yeah.
They got the roads cleared after the blizzard.
Play the radio.
Yeah, sure.
The hydromatic eats up the highway, huh? What color did you get? Two-tone?
You're on the wrong horse, Specky.
Well, I got a blue one. You know, one of those deep metallic blues like they got nowadays. That old Olds 88's the fastest car on the highway, I know it, but, how's it steer? You like that power steering stuff?
What are you getting at?
You think I ought to sit here and let the statues run out?
It's the only way.
Yeah, it's the way I get kissed off, ain't it? It's the way I get stuck here, eating a lifetime of stacked sentences, and you guys, you're out there running around in fancy cars and spending my share, for Christ's sakes. Tell me, man.
Nobody's spending your share, and nobody's gonna touch your share.
Oh, don't give me that shit. Listen, I told my mama I was gonna take care of my sister, you understand me? And now my sister's dying in a charity ward. Well, you better get up some of the dough, buddy, and I mean, you better get it up. Because I don't care what I'm doing anymore. Do you understand me when I tell you that I don't care no more? You got that?
Specky, I come up here to tell you something. To remind you that you took an oath. We all took that oath. And now you gotta stand up to it.
Well, I can't do no more time. I ain't doing no more time. Listen, my sister's dying, for Christ's sakes, I'm telling you. I ain't got no more control. It's slipping out of my hands, don't you understand that? God.
You gotta hold. You hold, and I'll get back to you. You hold on now. 100%, you got it?
I'll be back.
Son of bitches.
All right, Gus. Let's run it down again.
All right. J. Edgar Hoover was a fag. Now, what do you want to hear first? How I did the Lindbergh kidnapping or how I started the Korean War?
How's it going so far, Gus?
You look like the Boy Scout Jamboree out here. We won't be here long. We just want to settle accounts.
It's all in the process.
What process?
The complicated process by which I launder the dough. What do you think? I just pull it out of my ear?
Better stop pulling out somewhere. You're holding out, mister.
Did you give Specky's sister $2 grand? Of course. Yes, I did. Out of my own pocket. Then why the hell is he telling me you didn't? She probably drank it up so fast she must have forgot. She's been drunk for 12 years.
Come up with the money, Joe, or you're dead.
Well, I ain't going to the well until the statute runs out, and that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you can cut it up on the Ed Sullivan show if that's what you want.
No good, Joe. Ain't gonna hold for 2 weeks. The whole thing's coming apart, believe me.
That Band-Aid O'Keefe has got you buffaloed, that piece of shit. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in the can. Well, as he Christ do the miracles before he sees a dime out of this score.
We'll take care of Specky. But we want our end now.
See you in 2 weeks. Joe. If you walk out of here now, you're never gonna walk again. You threaten me, Bookie, you're gonna end up a rumor in this town.
Told you this bastard was no good.
Friggin' miser! Let me break his goddamn head! Hang him out, the Mystic Trick!
Listen, we're not killers. We want our dough. Killing this bastard ain't gonna get us our dough.
Oh! If I was to tell you something, would you promise me something on that journey?
We don't make promises.
Hey, kiss my ass.
Got a smoke? Huh. I've never seen these before.
It's a new brand, Specky.
Ah, filter. I'll be damned. I've been reading about that. Filters out the nicotine. Damnedest things they come up with nowadays.
Getting dark, Specky.
Well, like I've been telling you guys, you ain't gonna get nothing out of me. I mean, you ain't got nothing to threaten me with no more. You wanna stack sentences on me, stack them up to the goddamn moon, I don't give a damn. Because I can serve time. Doing time don't bother me no more. I mean, hell, after what I went through over in Tokyo, you think old Tojo's boys didn't try to get me to talk? Shit. I mean, I know what suffering is. Torture. But I can hold out. Forever. So you might as well forget it. I ain't telling you nothing. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Jesus, kid. Jesus Christ.
Hello, Mary.
Mary?
When are you bums going to quit annoying innocent people?
How you doing, fellas?
Let's take a ride down to Stewart Street, Tony.
Hey, my Tony is a decent family man. There ought to be a law against this kind of harassment.
Listen, when are you guys gonna run out of questions? Because I run out of answers a long time ago.
No more questions, Tony. This time it's an indictment.
Is that a fact? Mommy, get me a clean pair of shorts, will you? What do you say, boys? Why don't you come in and sit down and have one of Mary's good home-cooked meals? You feel a lot better.
What the hell, why not?
You ought to clean shorts, Poppy. Couldn't find any.
But I gotta be there somewhere. I just posted a pair yesterday. Well, it don't matter. I'll be home in time for the Ed Sullivan show.
See you.
Now, we got everything we need to tie this up, Tony. Do yourself a favor. You're looking at life imprisonment.
I'm gonna get life for a robbery. Christ, you got murderers here. Don't do a pound.
We want the money, and we want you to name your accomplices. Then we'll see what we can do.
You're perpetrating a gross miscarriage of injustice, and someday you guys are gonna beg me to forgive you for this, only I ain't gonna turn the other cheek. I'm gonna sue you for every minute I spend in the joint. I'm gonna see you in court.
Life. That's a joke. Me and Tony, we got the best mouthpiece in the country working on this. And we got 3 Supreme Court justices just waiting to dismiss this case on appeal. I'll be out in less than a year. I ain't nobody's egg to be cracked.
If your war record were considered, and you were able to substantiate O'Keefe's testimony, you could end up with less than 5 years.
The sentence is death for you, Joe. Your age, you won't live to see a parole board.
You know, boys, it could be a favor you'll be doing me. You'll be giving me a chance to do that to which I've always aspired. The furthering of the Lord's work and a life dedicated to the study of the scriptures.
You don't owe these people any loyalty, Jazz. They're not your kind of guy. They're scum. Give us a break and we'll cut a deal. We could have you back with your family in less than a year.
Let me tell you something. First of all, you're talking to an innocent man. I wasn't even in on the Brinks. I don't know how you got my name or why you brought me in here, because I had nothing to do with that job. And let me tell you something else. Jazz Maffey ain't for sale. And he don't put nobody else up for sale either.
That's good. Right here. One hand, please, sir. Here, that's good. Thank you. That's good. Mr. Director, could you point out the evidence to us, please? That's good. Could you just raise the hat up just a little bit? Thank you.
Thank you. Could you show us the route that the robbers took, Director, please?
Yeah. Here. Yeah. Hold it, just like that. That's good. Is it true, Mr. Director, that less than $50,000 of Brinks money has been recovered?
Yes, but there is an ongoing investigation to locate the rest, and I am confident that it will someday be found.
Thank you.
Mr. Director, sources in Washington have mentioned that over $25 million has been spent investigating this case. Would you care to comment on that?
Yes. The importance of a case like this cannot be measured in terms of what it cost. The Brinks robbery was a crime of the century. It excited the imagination of the youth of America. It was our solemn obligation to prove to them that crime does not pay.
Thank you, Mr. Director.
Thank you.
Good line.
Gotta be an inside job.
Bullshit.
They're all wrong. It was Tony Pino. I know he's the only one that could have planned this kind of thing. He's a friend of mine. I know. It's an inside job. It is smart. I know. You're saying an Irish guy could have did this?
Yeah, an Irish guy could
Yeah.
have.
Come on.
How you doing?
I'll always love you, Vinny.
Will you wait for me, Gladys?
Forever, Vinny, forever.
You got style. I always said you had style.
Better accentuate the positive feeling. Minus negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with me in between. No, do not